What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track number bringing back, and we are back with Strawhat Sitdown, episode 70.
God damn!
Yo,
oh damn, we're on 70.
Yo, it's crazy because I was getting ready for it, and I saw the number, and I was like, damn, we did 70 episodes. We been cracking the fuck out, man. Shout out to the game. Shout out to the game.
We really out here.
I'm here with almost the crew as usual. Mr. G could not make it today. He has a baby shower to attend to. Big congrats to his friends Chris and Jeremy for having a healthy, beautiful baby boy.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Much love, much love. Wishing you guys the best, man. So Mrs. not here today, but we do have Senior Pink for the baby shower. You feel me? It has to be done.
Yes, sir.
I am here with the rest of the gang as usual. Stray, I'm in the building. What's up, brother?
Well, good. Yeah, I'm just, eating me some late breakfast. But other than that, I'm ready to get into this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is what I be living for.
Yeah, this episode is a mod episode. I ain't gonna lie. It's a mod episode. He about to go crazy.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
D3 in the building. Yo, D3, it's been 3 weeks, man.
It has been 3 weeks. It's been a minute,
man?
bro.
Yes,
it's been a minute. I heard we was power scaling, and I came on to make niggas mad, bro.
That's what I like to hear. I'm down for a nice negativity episode. I love that shit. Last but not least, of course, that boy YHuss in the building. What's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. I just realized something that people miss if they just hear the episode on like a podcast. Bro, they miss the amazing pictures you pick for people who aren't here.
Yeah, you don't get to see the cool pictures I got.
Hey, that's why you go twitch.tv/Cali_Mac.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all should be here.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I already know which matchups I'm gonna get into it for.
It's gonna be a crazy episode today. So once again, we are on break. We got another 2 weeks to survive.
Damn, 2 more. I thought we had 1 more week.
Well, this week.
There's no chapter this week, and there's no chapter next week.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, bro.
So we trying to survive right now. We trying to give out that content while we wait for Oda to get rested up and get back to the grind.
Yeah, we're doing our part.
We trying to do what we can. Feel me? So today we decided to have a little fun with this episode. We are going to do a versus matchup episode. All right, we have 5 matchups that we came together and decided were pretty hot versus 2 characters that maybe get compared a lot or have similar feats that I think we thought would make good matchups. And we're just gonna talk about them, see who we think would win. And you guys in the comments can of course let us know who you guys think would win. Even though we're probably going to be right, feel free to go ahead and let us know anyway. You feel me?
And probably.
You feel me? Yeah, so we got 5 matchups. We're just going to get right into it, and let's see what we can come up with. The first matchup is one that I think everyone is very familiar with. A matchup is old as the test of time. Shanks versus Mihawk. Ooh. Anyway, the real matchup. No, I'm joking. We're not gonna go crazy on it because this is a matchup as old as time, and I'm pretty sure we could spend a whole episode on this. But
yeah, for sure. Out of curiosity,
thoughts. Go ahead.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, what side is everyone on? Just quickly, I'd say Shanks.
Shanks.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I used to be like Team Mihawk. More I thought about it, bro. Shanks kind of cooked this nigga.
I can't lie. I think Film Red changed a lot of people's perceptions of Shanks.
Dude, yeah, 100%.
And then what he did to Kid, like.
And then the Kid feat too. When was the last time we saw Mihawk actually take action? Like actually swing his sword.
He cut an iceberg 600 chapters ago, bro. He beat Shanks. I promise.
I think one thing a lot of people ran with was when they were the new, like in the final saga started and they showed every new arc, every new group or whatever, and they showed cross skills and they said Mihawk who has greater sword skills than Shanks, and to me that was like because it's funny how depending on what you think you read things differently, because I read that and I'm like, okay, it's confirmation that it's about the sword skills, maybe not the whatever it is, hockey, whatever it might be. I'm basically understanding that one thing is what they want to say Mihawk's better at. So I read it like that, but some people who might be on the Mihawk side might read it differently, right? So
I think it's like reader's bias.
Yeah,
like exactly. they saw that and they like Mihawk more, and they're like, oh my god, he folds Shanks.
Mhm.
Well, it's one of the things reasons why I love One Piece so much, right? Because everybody reads it, and there's so many different interpretations and all that other stuff. Because Oda doesn't ever make things that cut and dry, especially when it comes to power scaling. But
Yeah.
if you are on the Mihawk side, because let me steel man the argument. Basically, your idea is that because if your primary use is a sword and you're a swordsman, then you fall under Mihawk's title, which means Mihawk is stronger than you, period.
Mhm.
And that's just the end of the discussion, because like, how can someone who's a swordsman be stronger than the world's greatest swordsman? So that's where that comes from.
But you don't necessarily even agree with that, though, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
Because for me, that like it's an argument that well, there's also a second reason, because like it's a very strong argument for like most swordsmen, and then on top of that, if you do have a swordsman above Mihawk, then it doesn't make sense for Zoro, because Zoro's end goal is to be the world's strongest swordsman. So how could there be a swordsman stronger than Mihawk? That would mean Zoro's goal is pointless. For me personally, I don't agree with that. Just off the simple fact that, like, I thought about it long and hard, and one of the things is, if Roger, like, do y'all feel like Roger is stronger than Mihawk?
Definitely.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, it's
Yeah.
a trick.
No, that's like legit. I legit asked that because I use Roger as the benchmark with Shanks. And the reason why is because obviously they're very similar. They even got the same sword move or hockey move, whatever you want to call it. And most people will have Roger over Mihawk. But then I gotta ask, if you believe that Mihawk is the world's strongest swordsman, but you still believe Roger was stronger than Mihawk, I gotta ask why. Because then, the biggest indication to me of the difference between sword skill and just overall power in general is the fact that one of them two has a black blade, a permanent black blade, while the other doesn't. And here's the thing. If Roger was a stronger swordsman and just overall stronger than Mihawk, then you just kind of have to, I feel like you kind of have to concede that swordsmanship is separate from your overall power in the series.
Power, yeah. No,
yeah.
I actually wholeheartedly agree. I think that a lot of times when this discussion comes up, I think people rate swordsmanship way too high in the argument when Shanks isn't even a prime swordsman. Like, sword fighting is not his only ability he uses to fight. You know what I'm saying? I think that swordsmanship should really only be rated that high when it's two pure swordsmen against each other. You know what I'm saying? When you factor in people using hockey or devil fruit or whatever the case may be, I think it muddles the argument a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it's about like the path of the sword and who would really be proud of like what they can do with the sword rather than who's fighting for just to wait. Whatever Shanks wants, we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But Mihawk wants to be the strongest swordsman. Shanks wants whatever he wants, and Zoro wants to be the strongest swordsman. So that's going to be their fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I completely agree, and it comes down to that interpretation of swords, how you rate swordsmanship. Another example that Mihawk fans use to debate this is that they put a lot of stock into what Mihawk said to Shanks, that I wouldn't fight a man who lost an arm. It's like,
how would that even like?
It's him saying like you're not worth it anymore.
That wouldn't prove. Wait, so
that's one argument that I've seen.
When did Mihawk say that?
He said it when I think he showed him Shanks Luffy's bounty or something like that.
He met
him.
Early. It was really early in the story. It was when
he caught him
up on Shanks Island.
And they're partying and shit.
Yeah, they were partying and shit. Yeah, and then he pulled up and he said that shit.
He's like, "Yo, your buddy, you're just like, do you know this guy? I met him or something like that." And then basically Shanks like, "Yo, you want to scrap?" And then Mihawk's like, "No, I'm not interested in fighting someone who lost their arm, right?" And I think that used to be Shanks' main sword arm, right? So that people use that to say like, "Oh, Mihawk says he's stronger, blah blah blah." But of course, it's like you ask any NBA player if they're the best NBA player, they're gonna say, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I kind of have to.
I don't want to spend too much time on this one either because we got some actual matchups to go through.
Right. I still kind of have to push back a little bit on the idea that Shanks isn't like a full-fledged swordsman. I do think he is, but I just think that there's more to Shanks that we simply just have not seen yet. That would probably put him outside of just simply being a swordsman that falls under Mihawk's title. Now, however, I will go on record and say this. If we never see anything in the rest of the series that shows Shanks in a different light than a swordsman, then I will probably retract and probably come back with the statement that Mihawk is the stronger character, if evidence shows. But until then, this is what I personally believe.
Nice. I think we all agree.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
And what did Mr. have to say about this matchup? Dang, bro.
Said reasoning Shanks goaded, especially of recent feats. Fast Squad Pink. Okay, no, this nigga wrote gibberish. I'm not gonna lie. He said Shanks though. He wrote a paragraph explaining some of his picks, but
and then earlier he said Zoro. That's why she said Strawhat fanboy for the next one or whatever.
Oh, it's for the next one. Okay, so these are each. Okay.
He didn't even explain. He's like, yo, just straight.
You know, because it's one cohesive sentence, and I was just mad confused. I'm not gonna lie. All right, but cool. So he said Shanks. We all say Shanks. That's Shanks 5-0. R.I.P. Mihawk Bozo. Hold that.
And Proud in the comments said, can he chime in on this? He asked you, Callie.
I mean, we're about to move on to the next matchup. You know, everybody in chat is free to, you know.
Yeah. Say what you gotta say.
We'll come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it pushing. Next matchup, we have King. Oh wait, no. Whoa.
No. We gotta bang it first.
Almost spoiled y'all. Whoa. Whoa, that was a close one. Next matchup is Law versus Marco.
Wait, what?
No, wait.
That's not. No, you're tweaking. You're tweaking.
Whoa.
It's okay. It's Zoro versus Law.
You know what it is? It's the way I wrote them. I fucked up with the way I wrote them. You know, my reading comprehension is not here today. I'm not gonna lie. It's Zoro versus Law. Zoro versus Law. That's what it is.
This one we talked a lot about.
We talked a lot about this one. I still kind of think it comes back to our old argument because it's like, whose hockey is stronger at the time when they fight?
But are we talking about? We're talking about currently, or are we talking about
currently?
Was our old debate? Okay, hold on.
86, my nigga.
Was our old debate pre?
It was
Big Mom
before.
fight?
It was.
I think it was pre Big Mom.
No. It was after. It was after for sure.
No, we did our top 30 list after Wano was finished. I'm not even.
Yeah, but it was it was pre Blackbeard versus Law.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. I still got Zoro.
You got Zoro?
Still got Zoro.
On the basis that. Just for people
on the basis that Zoro's hockey is gonna be stronger than Law's.
I think this is the prime argument in this debate is Devil Fruit versus hockey, right?
Yeah.
Law has one of the most broken Devil Fruits in the series, easily.
Absolutely.
But as we know, hockey not destroys it, but it nullifies Devil Fruits if your hockey's strong enough. We know that Zoro just unlocked Conqueror's hockey, so he definitely has some of the strongest hockey on the Straw Hat Pirates. The question really is his hockey strong enough to counter Law? That's really all it is.
I think in the sense that if he wanted to knock it, because this is what we saw with Law's Dofu, what can be, what's what I'm looking for, negated is the ability for him to teleport them. But he can still use his moves like Gamma Blade, right, or in Radio Knife.
But there's certain moves he can't use though, right? Like he wasn't like cutting, like
he wasn't cutting niggas in half.
Right?
Yeah. So he can't cut them up and he can't teleport them, right?
Right.
So that is big. But he can still do damage to Zoro. But Zoro is a fucking tank, though. To be fair,
Zoro has the durability, and I think he wins in the speed blitz too. I can't lie. I think Zoro is probably. I don't think we've seen very many speed feats from Law. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember seeing Law because he moves around.
Teleporting.
Yeah, because he moves around with his Devil Fruit.
Yeah, but if he has a room up.
Yeah,
then
he.
That's fair.
No, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Now, to also chime in though on Law's speed feast though, he has in the past been blitzed out of his room teleportation. Like Doflamingo still got the better of him, even though he used to teleport around. Like Kaido did on some occasions. So the room isn't everything, but
no, yeah, you're right. I forgot. Dofi was definitely keeping up with him while he was trying to teleport around with the room and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was a weaker law back then too.
That was a weaker law. That is fair. Does Zoro have observation?
Yes, of course. Not to say future sight, but yeah,
not future sight, but he does have observation.
Yeah, of course. The main, him and Sanji both have like the both of them, and Zoro now has walkers.
But at their current level, observation is not a factor. Because when do you see observation?
I agree.
Just regular observation hockey get used prevalently against a decent tier opponent at this point.
Regular observation is literally just for like fucking fodder. It's like just a feat, like, oh, I sense a bullet behind me, you just move out the way. Like, it's not,
right.
I feel like it's in the story, but it's just not like, oh, he's using observation hockey anymore. It's like he dodged the bullet, he's probably using it.
Yeah, the only time observation hockey is like prevalent is like when they have future sight. So
yeah, no, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Yeah, you decided.
Stand Proud in the chat said, what would Zoro do if Law teleports his swords away?
I already responded in chat because I feel like it's one of those things, like it's the same as getting cut up or being teleported. It's like if Zoro's holding his sword with Haki, I don't think Law can teleport his swords away.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He probably can't.
If he teleported his swords away, Zoro would just run the ones, bro. I see it.
Yeah, he would put his hands up, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yo, we saw that in fucking in Film Gold, bro. Holy shit!
Yeah, Zero.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This nigga Zoro just run the ones, bro.
Oh,
but we all know. But hold up. But Zero Sword style isn't like that's a fodder level fighting style.
It's not a serious point.
It's not really, but Zoro's a G, bro. I just remembered that.
He is a G. He is a G.
But yeah, stand proud. My point is that if Law could do that, why wouldn't he do it to Kaido's Kanabo or Big Mom's whatever?
Big Mom's sword or her or her like
the nigga's name is
What the fuck is her soul shits? I forget the name of friend.
I can't remember the one nigga like the sword. I don't remember the sword's name, but the other one are obviously Zeus,
Prometheus, and Zeus.
And Prometheus.
No, what are they called? Like the things that she
homies?
brings to life. Homies.
No,
yeah.
homies. That's a sick. I forgot.
Yeah.
That is a sick ass name. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The homies is fire. I can't.
I think it's like if something he's holding, it's a weapon. He's holding it with his hockey. I don't think he can take it away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously, for the sake of the argument, I feel like that's kind of like we can't let Zoro lose.
No,
his sword.
I was literally gonna say though. That's kind of like a straw man. Like
that'd be like if you were like, yeah, but Law fights Zoro, but Law has seawater on him. Like
like that's just like the one situation out of when we're looking for like the general.
Well, okay, so I think it really comes down to can Zoro catch him in the room? What do you guys think?
I think Zoro catches him.
I think even if he can't catch him, this nigga Zoro has like projectiles and shit, so like he could still. Like,
so it's Law.
I mean, yeah.
Law has projectiles.
He has because if I'm not mistaken, what was that one move? Where
he teleports. He is a projectile, to be honest.
Yeah, that is true. But he can when he puts up the room and he air slices, the air slice is a projectile.
Yeah, but Zoro would just match that though. He just hit a phoenix and.
Yeah, I really feel like that's.
Yeah, I'm just saying he got that too. That's all I'm saying. Like Law can do sword based projectiles as well. So
it's a pretty even matchup. Pretty even. I actually think whoever wins is high diff.
Well,
yeah,
absolutely.
I do.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Okay, answer the question more. Does high diff mean that's light work, or does high diff mean like
highest difficulty possible?
This stands for difficulty, so it was high difficulty.
Highest difficulty possible, yeah.
Yeah, we agree, Stand Proud.
Well, there's like there's another tier above that called extreme diff, but yeah, extreme diff is like damn near both people are dead, like type thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We're not bitch ass niggas though, so we gotta.
We gotta say one. What's our final vote? What we saying?
Zoro.
Damn, I'm going for Zoro too. I'm not gonna
Zoro? Ma, what you saying?
I got Law still.
Law? Shit, man.
What about you, Captain?
Oh,
It's
fuck,
hard, bro. I don't even know
I
if
feel
I'm
like
clear
this
on
is
Zoro,
harder than
bro.
it was last time we did it, bro. I don't know
It is.
what it is.
Okay. Well, we got new information now, though. That's the reason why
That's
it's
facts,
different.
bro. That's fucking
I
facts,
know.
bro.
I know. Last time we had this discussion, I was Team Law.
Yeah, I think I was
Yeah.
Team Law last time too. I can't lie. Honestly, I think I got to say
Team
Zoro
Law.
now too. I can't cap. I think I do have to say Zoro.
Okay, I'm gonna just say,
yeah.
I'm gonna just say that I think narratively, it doesn't make much sense for me that Law is weaker than Zoro, when I don't even think Oda himself would portray it as such, as he portrays Kid, Law, and Luffy on a kind of relative, path. Whereas like Zoro, he's more like beyond first commander, kind of like where Luffy, Law, and Zoro was before Roof Piece. Luffy, Law, and Kid. And so that's why I just think that narratively it just makes more sense that Law is stronger. Plus, on top of that, Puncture Willie and his awakening is just crazy. It has the same impact as like Gear 5th Bashangun did on Kaido with creating big ass craters. So
Talk about Law, right?
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I was thinking that too as I was trying to make my decision, but I honestly think Zoro's durability outdoes it. I ain't gonna lie.
He ain't surviving a puncture Willie like that. Like
Zoro, I think he is.
If he takes it to the chest, nah, he's not. Yeah, I agree. I'm not. Like, I don't
You
think he
don't
would.
think so?
That shit.
no, bro.
Durability is
I think
kinda
Zoro's
crazy,
durability feats is kind of crazy, bro.
Is his durability? Answer me this: is his durability better than Big Mom's?
No.
Okay, Big Mom was on the fence about Law after she got hit by that, and her freaking bones were broken and shit, and
Alright,
saying
but
Law's
she was
ability
still
was
moving and
dangerous.
shit, and we've seen Zoro move with broken bones before, so that's not even a thing. You know what I'm saying?
But
I think
Zoro
I think he
broken
takes
bones.
one. I think he takes one. I'm not saying he's taking, and I think he's fucked up after it too. I'm not saying he's taking it like Big Mom is getting back up at full power and going crazy. I think it hurts, but I think he takes at least one puncture Willie, and he can still fight somewhat.
You know what, man? I would agree with that. I could see that. I could definitely see that. But go ahead. We're too fucking nice, man. I was gonna move on as well. I was gonna not move on, but I was gonna say about your point about the narrative. I completely agree. Even though I don't think, I don't think, like, because that's what I mean is that it's kind of hard to differentiate between stronger versus who would win in a versus. You know what I mean? I definitely think narratively Law is stronger than Zoro right now, but in a one-on-one, I think I would go Zoro. But
I
still see
actually
Law winning.
I think that's something that we should keep in mind moving forward too. You know what I mean? That it is.
But I think it does still hold a lot of weight, and I would say it's something that one could put in there reason to say why Law wins. And bro, to be honest, man, if I had to be honest, I'd go 50-50. But I'm going Zoro against my dog.
No, I feel it. I definitely feel it. Definitely can go either way. Oh, that's a good matchup. It's definitely a good matchup.
Strawhat just killed me in the chat.
I can't. All right, let's move on. Next matchup. We got 3 more to go. The next matchup, let me actually read it properly this time. Marco versus King.
And yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
good.
yeah,
No, you scared me, bro. You had me thinking
No,
out loud again.
no,
bro.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. I apologize.
All right, Marco versus King. How we feeling? Who we got? Oh, by the way, Mr. said Zoro for the last one too. So
On account of Straw Hat fanboy, I rate that so much.
that's real. You gotta love the Straw Hat. So that's 4-1 Zoro.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Marco King. Who we got?
She said it's slow for Marco. I go Marco.
I got King.
D3?
Low key, I'm thinking Marco.
I think Marco is another one who has one of the best devil fruit. I think Marco has the top 3 devil fruits
Because
in
like,
the verse.
can't
I'm
this
not gonna
nigga
lie.
just heal himself anyway? So like,
He heals himself. I remember he's the only devil fruit that has the properties of all 3 devil fruit types. Paramecia, Logia, Zoan.
and so
It has properties of all 3. He can literally do damn near anything with that fruit. It's actually
Okay,
ridiculous.
My argument is pretty simple here. you know, King is a Lunarian, as we saw from the most recent chapters on Egghead Island. Even Zoro and Luffy are having, you know, quote unquote hard times dealing with the Seraphim, which are Lunarians by DNA. And even Luffy said, you know, basically he compared the Seraphim's durability to Kaido. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Marco has anything in his arsenal to damage someone like Kaido. So therefore, King is just
do we not? I think that Marco is smart enough to recognize the weakness in King when the flames on his back go out. Because if Zoro's stupid ass could recognize that shit, I'm pretty sure Marco would figure it out. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think that. First of all, I don't even think that King has an incentive to even turn the flame off.
Oh, you think he don't even fucking need it type shit? Jesus Christ. So you think honestly, it's like mid-low diff, King?
No, not mid-low, but it's just a circumstance of, at most, the only thing that Marco is shown to be able to do against King and Queen is just stall him. But stalling to me is not enough to prove that you can beat him in a fight. You know, as we saw, Apu stalled Zoro and Drake together when they were teamed up to stop Apu, and he stalled the shit out of both of them. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean that Apu is above Zoro and Drake. So, you know, with that same line of reasoning, Marco ain't above King. Just off the simple fact of, like I said, Lunarian DNA, Lunarian traits, and everything else. Marco have not shown anything in his arsenal that can damage a Yonko tiered durable opponent. So,
you know, I actually completely agree. Even though I was Marco at first, I feel like that's a good point that he doesn't have that. We haven't seen destructive capabilities.
Power. Yeah,
that would incentivize King to like, yo, let me just switch it up. Which makes the question why he even switched versus Zoro, unless it was the Conqueror talking. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I would say though, I don't feel like he was just on them. He was beating their ass. But then again, it comes down to, can he actually damage King if he doesn't turn the flames off? So, fuck, that's.
And then on top of that, you know, you gotta look at it like, okay, Marco stalled them, which I think is still a great feat. But at the end of the day, Marco was tired, and King didn't lose any like stamina from that stalling. He
fought Zoro like 1-on-1 right after.
Yeah, he fought Zoro 1-on-1 right after, full power, like no tiring whatsoever. So like, you know, Marco's stalling was great, but like, I'm sorry, King's durability is on the same tier as at least base Kaido. But
I swear you weren't as persuasive as this last time, bro.
Bro got the love.
I get the shower moments where you think in the shower about your arguments.
No, that's real. Like,
oh, should have said that in this episode.
No, that's so real, bro. It really be like that sometimes.
I respect that, bro. You had the sauce the whole time. I completely agree. I think King's winning now.
Yeah, I agree as well. I like the argument. I have no counterpoints. I'll go King as well. What did D3 say? Yeah,
I said Marco, but I've been kind of king pilled, so I guess.
He was coming to terms with it.
Yeah, those facts are too strong. I can't even get.
I had to rethink my argument because I'm like, you know, it's still murky on the whole King versus Marco thing that even happened in the manga. And it doesn't seem like it even did, so I had to rethink about that. Even though I still adamantly believe that King was stronger, I'm like, wait a minute, the Seraphim. Luffy just compared their durability to Kaido. I don't think Marco has anything that can stop Kaido's durability.
I think if Marco showed more firepower, I think I would give him, because I think he clears in like every other area besides like. No, I honestly think that he clears in a lot of other areas.
Yo, he is a fucking problem, man. He Marco's really is a problem.
It's literally just the attack power. We haven't seen him do anything crazy.
Yeah,
Lunarians are fucking.
It's going to be an outlasting match. It's going because between Marco's like healing and defenses itself, you could argue is like on like compared to King's is on a similar tier. But so it's going to be who can outlast the other, and I just think that overall King can outlast Marco because he's just not going to be able to deal enough to handle Marco. I mean, he's not going to be able to deal enough to handle King Plus, like I said before, we saw Marco tire out in a stalling match, whereas King was still at full health fighting Zoro. So I think it's just a little bit indicative.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I actually fully agree. I think I will definitely go King.
Cal, your boy Jay just killed me, bro.
What happened?
He said
Marco
Marco the Spirit in the War like Ben Simmons and King Simon, bro.
Nah, that's tough.
bro.
Nah, he definitely pulled up in the beginning and put some work in, and then we
He got the
definitely
cuff
never
on.
saw
That's
him
what
again.
happened. Someone cuffed him. Pause.
Huh?
They cuffed him with like
He's no cuffs. Yeah. That's
What
what
do
happened.
you mean by that?
I don't remember. Yeah, you stupid.
Isn't that happened? Someone, it might have been Kizaru. Someone literally put seats cuffs on. Did I make that up? No way.
I
think
don't
you're
remember
tripping.
that.
I
I'm
don't
not
remember
gonna
that
lie,
shit.
gang.
You know what they call me, bro? The archaeologist, bro.
I can't even like say you're wrong because you normally are right.
I was
so
about to say
can't
this
even,
nigga
like...
be remember the most minuscule shit, so I can't just say. But
I just don't remember it. But it could have
I'll
been.
be alright. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. Let's continue. What am I missing?
Yeah, I was
this
about to
nigga's
look.
gonna
I was
pull
about
up
to
2
look.
weeks later with the panel and just
Nah. More like 2 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
Give me a
bro,
second.
he's on it. He says Marco. Mr. says Marco.
On account of, we just.
I think
said
Did he
Mr.
get-
might have changed his mind if he was here and heard Straw Hat's argument. I ain't gonna lie.
facts.
It'd be like that. All right, let's keep it pushing. YHuss looked up for this info. We got 2 more matchups. Our next matchup is Katakuri. Oh, this is a good one. Ooh, Katakuri.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
this.
this is a good one. Katakuri versus Sanji. Ooh,
I wonder what
Katakuri.
these
versus
niggas. I wonder what these
Sanji.
niggas in chat are gonna say. I'm curious. These guys are killing me.
Oh man.
This is a tough one.
Okay,
This is a tough
Off
one.
top, I think I'm going Sanji. Off top,
I was about to say I think Sanji too, Loki.
I don't really have any reasons why. You know, I just think it's strong stuff. You know.
Isn't
I
this nigga
actually-
Sanji like fucking insanely durable now because of the
He did get the durability buff.
yeah
a problem.
because of the durability shit? Like I get it. It would be hard for them to hit attacks on each other because they both have future sight. But like, I think power feat wise, like if Ifrit Jumbo or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I think Katakuri's future sight clears. I think Katakuri.
Yeah,
has some of the
and
best future
Sanji
sight
only
in the
has-
verse.
And Sanji only has regular observation.
Yeah, I was
I
about to say,
thought-
doesn't
no,
he have future
Sanji-
sight?
I thought he had
No.
future sight. That's what
Nah, he got
It's literally just.
as of right, yeah. As of right
Katakuri,
now, it's
Luffy,
regular.
Kaido, Sanji. That's it. Not Sanji. Excuse me. Shanks.
This nigga in the chat said battle of the fatherless niggas.
That's tough.
Ah,
That's so tough.
Damn,
so
that
tough.
is
Damn.
crazy.
You know what?
That's
I think I have
foul.
Katakuri. I'm not gonna lie. I actually legitimately think I have Katakuri.
Katakuri.
I think that the future sight is ridiculous. First, I think he has some of the strongest future sight in the verse.
I mean, I think saying us acting like he wouldn't develop future sight mid fight is just us kind of like
he
head
might.
canon shit at that point.
He might. He could. And I wouldn't put it past Sanji.
Yeah, but say basing our reason off that would just be head canon. Like this,
What do you base it
Yeah.
off? What?
like say off of what Stan Proud said, like y'all acting like he wouldn't develop future sight mid fight.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, wait,
No,
what?
no, no, no. I was reading the chat. I was reading the chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we can't base battles off of that because you can use that with anyone. Like,
yeah.
you know, why?
Oh, when
you-
Luffy
like,
loses
you
to
can say
Gold
you-
Roger when he goes Gear 6, like
Right, like you act like Luffy won't get Gear 7 when he's fighting Gold Roger. Like, bro, like what? Like, we can't take that into consideration. Unless the story says like they get a new power every time they fight someone or something. I don't know, but we know that's not the case every time Luffy fights or Sanji fights. That they just get a new power.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. I thought you was done. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to give my take. Because I don't think I made a choice. It's really hard for me personally, but I might maybe lean towards Sanji. But if I do, it's a very high diff fight. It's a very high diff fight, in my opinion. If I lean towards Sanji.
Yeah, because that's what I feel like. I feel like we can all agree Sanji's in the ballpark, but it's kind of like it's really like there's no. It's so hard to directly compare the two. I feel like.
You said it's hard to directly compare the two?
Yeah, like who they fought, what they've done. You know what I mean?
Well, so the argument comes down to, because this was all over YouTube. So the argument comes down to a lot of it is speed, because both of these guys are really fast, and they both are observation hockey specialists. But the point of comparison is Whole Cake Island Luffy, and basically, do you believe that Sanji now would clear Whole Cake Island Luffy?
Honestly,
yes or no?
I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not.
Yeah, see, so that's where that comparison comes from, because then at that point, you pretty much have your answer.
Yeah, right. No, but that's why I said Katakuri, because I think that I was kind of thinking that in the back of my head that Luffy was struggling with Katakuri and he was learning observation hockey, future sight throughout the fight, but he was struggling to damage Katakuri, and I think at the end of the fight, I don't even think Katakuri was necessarily physically defeated. I think that's generally agreed upon, right? That he wasn't necessarily physically defeated. It was more of a battle of wills, and he more so lost the will to keep on fighting Luffy rather than the physical ability to keep fighting Luffy. You know what I mean?
I can agree with that. Yeah,
I agree with that.
So
Plus, not only that, but Katakuri injured himself.
Facts.
Yeah, and he injured himself. You're right. He was fighting with a handicap. So yeah, no. The more I think about it, I think Katakuri actually wins pretty easily. I can't lie. Maybe not easily, but maybe mid diff. I can't cap. I'm sorry, Sanji Bros.
I'm weak. So here's my personal counterpoint to that. So when Luffy left Whole Cake Island, he was we could probably say he was like at least first Yonko commander tiered or somewhere around that ballpark. When he fought Kaido, he got cleared one shot. And then now here's the split with the community on this. There's people that say after this fight, because of Udon training, learning Rio, etc., and Luffy's power up, and when he fought Kaido on the rooftop, he was able to dodge Thunder Bagua, and Kaido said, like, you're doing better than before. People think that Luffy on the rooftop is stronger in base form, is stronger than Gear 4th Luffy when he fought Kaido, and that is something that, like, I personally hard disagree with.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
That's so crazy. This is why I can't fuck with power scalers, bro. Like, what? How do you get from A to Z like that? Like, what the fuck?
Because it's the Super Saiyan logic. It's the whole, Super Saiyan 2 is greater than Super Saiyan 1 because Super Saiyan 2 performed better than Super Saiyan 1. But in this case, it's Luffy's base form is performing better than his Gear 4 form, who got KO'd in one hit.
No, I mean, it's fair because, like, it is fair because, like, I mean, going by that logic, base form, like, going by Dragon Ball example, base form Goku in Super is league stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in Buu Saga. So,
yeah.
But this is a fair comparison to make.
This exact comparison is trash though, because you can obviously, it's just logic. You can easily prepare for an attack you see coming versus one you don't. It's so obvious. Like,
yeah. And then on top of that, a lot of people don't take into account, and I think even the anime did this, that Luffy was able to dodge the attack on rooftop because of future sight.
Yes, he saw it coming. There's like a panel where you can see Luffy like notice something before it happens.
Right, and in the anime they kind of showed that too. And
that's weird.
Yeah, and then so if you look back when he fought Kaido, you could clearly, like, in context, Luffy was distressed. He was a little bit more pressed because he thought his crew could have got annihilated, all that other stuff. And we all know, in order to use future sight, you need to have a calm mind and stuff.
These niggas.
So that's where I come in, and that's why I don't personally like that logic, because Luffy wasn't using future sight in the Kaido fight. So, but if you're the one that don't believe that he was using future sight on the rooftop, then you're going to believe that base Luffy is way stronger than Gear 4th Luffy when he fought Kaido. I'm like, bro, I can't because I see the future sight.
Yeah, we
But-
see the panels. That panel isn't there for a reason though. The anime did it for a reason. Like he's using future sight, bro. It's why he could dodge it, and it goes to show in the whole fight he dodges it. He doesn't fully dodge it the first time when he's on the rooftop. He like sees it coming, but he still gets hit, and then he's finally dodging it towards the end of the fight in the middle. So we see that Luffy's getting better. It's just crazy. Oh my god. So I hate these niggas, man.
Agenda piece do go crazy. Stand proud of cat spinning.
Niggas spin.
I know y'all not like into the power scaling part of the One Piece app, so I'm letting it. So this is the glimpse of like what you will see.
Honestly, like I feel like that's how it goes. When you get deeper into any, if it's like for me, it's like theories and reading about it. I see people say the stupidest shit ever, and I'm like, why did you like? What could have made you think that was the case? You know what I'm saying? So the deeper you get, the more psychos you hear, man. But that's why I was the sit down, 5 educated gentlemen talking.
That's what
about
I'm
some great
saying.
One
I'm gonna
Piece,
stay
you know?
over here on my podcast side. Let all them niggas stay over there and make all them crazy ass theories.
Yeah, me and
I was
Model
yelling
filter
and
the
shit.
good opinions for you.
That's good. No, that's great. That's great. We got a little
Wait.
off topic.
Yeah.
Sanji's Katakuri. What we talking? What final votes?
I think I'm still going with Sanji.
Hey, I'm still going Sanji. I'm sorry.
Because even though, you know what I'll say that I don't think it just hinges on future sight, because I would never say Katakuri could beat Zoro at this point.
Yeah, same.
Right.
I'm also say Sanji just off the simple fact that he scales to Luffy on Whole Cake, and it seems that Sanji has progressed in such a way that he's a lot faster than what we've seen up to this point, but it's not by a huge margin. Honestly, it's by the slitherest of margins that I have Sanji over Katakuri. So
Yeah, and I think another thing is like Sanji beat the shit out of Queen. He didn't just beat him when he like found his resolve and all that. He beat the shit out of him. So there's that. Let me see this. Hold on. This guy. I gotta ask, guys. When Sanji dodges Katakuri's, when he's about to kiss Pudding, and then he sees her eye, he calls her beautiful, whatever, and then Katakuri Pudding fails to shoot him, and Katakuri's like, "Fuck, I'll do it myself," and he shoots a jelly bean at Sanji, and Sanji dodges it. Is that regular observation haki or is that future sight?
I always interpreted it as future sight.
Future sight, nah, that's regular observation. Nah, they go out their way to show us that it's future sight.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They always explicitly state when somebody's using future sight. So I don't understand why, with this one time with Sanji, they just wouldn't say it. Like that doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that thought process.
This is the craziest. I'm reading the website that Jay put in the chat.
Yeah.
It says it seems that Sanji can use the power observation haki to quote unquote see the future, and it's not saying that like the title of the article is like basing their opinion off of that, and it's just saying that because observation haki, that's what observation haki is. You're seeing the future because you're seeing the intent of the attack. Rayleigh was looking at Luffy, the elephant was behind him, and he was dodging without seeing the elephant because he knew where the attack would come from. That's regular observation haki. How's it not the same thing as what Sanji did? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's just like I think the waters have been muddied a little bit when it comes to observation haki versus future sight, like regular observation haki. Like technically, all observation haki is seeing, quote unquote, seeing the future, like all of it. It's just future sight is a distinct future, like you can legit see in your head a picture of reality happening before reality actually happens. Whereas observation is just literally seeing the intent of an attack coming at you, where it's just limited to just an attack. Just an attack, no whole it's the difference between seeing like, I don't know what's the best explanation. It's like the difference between watching 3 seconds of a television show versus like seeing like in your head a blurry image coming at you. That's like the best way that I could put it, because one is more clear than the other. And the other is limited to just like attacks and stuff. Because I don't think I've seen observation haki outside of sense and presence being used in such a in such a way that's similar to Future Sight.
Yeah,
I agree, and I think it's important to talk about because if we think Sanji has future sight, he's beating Katakuri's ass. I'm just saying, but I don't think he does.
If he did have, if he did honestly have future sight, I would probably say Sanji. I'm still gonna go Katakuri. I have not been changed, but I can respect. I think it's high diff regardless, so it's definitely fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
Before we get to the last one, I got an impromptu versus battle, right?
Impromptu. Ooh.
Oh no!
What you
Uh-oh.
talking? What you talking? Talk to us.
Okay, so we all saw Film Gold yesterday,
Yes, we did.
and I had an impromptu battle for this nigga Tesoro, right? We were talking. We spent the entire time comparing this nigga to Doflamingo. So, who do you think would win a fight between Tesoro and Doflamingo?
Tesoro was the
from
gold guy.
Gold?
That's the gold
Yeah.
guy, right?
Gold guy.
Versus
I think Tesoro would beat his
Doflamingo?
ass. I think Tesoro would beat his ass because when Luffy went Gear 4, he annihilated Doflamingo, and then in that movie,
He annihilated Tesoro as soon as he went Gear 4 too. He bodied that
Yeah,
nigga. He didn't get another hit in after he went Gear 4.
is that
Yeah,
his
even and that was it.
Yeah,
and
no,
that
he
was
got
even,
annihilated.
he got destroyed. And in my opinion, I think that Doflamingo wins because if we're using the Gear 4th as a comparison, the thing like they both got eviscerated, but Doflamingo was able to get up and still fight.
Yes.
During after the duration of Gear 4th time limit, but Tesoro he got he got defeated soundly, and then on top of that, he was in a huge humanoid gold form, and so that means his durability was like helping him in that gold form against Gear 4th Luffy a little bit.
Mhm.
So if he didn't have that gold form, he was getting
It was
one
done.
shot it.
Easily. Because as soon as
What?
he hit the gold form once, the gold form disintegrated, and then he hit his human form once, and he was done. He was done, finished.
He didn't even use King Kong gun.
I don't remember the exact.
So y'all think it's a rap just like that?
I am going to say Daffy. I ain't gonna lie.
I think Doflamingo Loki also is a good Delphi to fight a giant.
Yeah, that's
When he
it.
cut up that motherfucker Oris Jr. out of Marineford.
Plus, Doflamingo's fruit isn't as limited as Tesoro's. He needs gold. He doesn't generate gold like a Logia. He needs gold already there.
Right.
So, Doflamingo generates strings in his body. So he's always able to fight in all conditions and is pretty versatile in any condition to fight. Whereas
Does
Tesoro's
Tesoro even
not.
have hockey?
It didn't show that he did.
I feel like it would be. I feel like it wouldn't make sense to assume he doesn't have hockey when all of his underlings had hockey.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, they did.
They
Yeah.
literally they all turned color. I don't know why he didn't necessarily, but I guess he was using his devil fruit more. I feel like it'd be weird if he didn't have hockey, but all his underlings did. But then again, he also had a very strong devil fruit as well, in an environment that he could control very well. So he might not have had to rely on hockey as much as the rest of them too. So.
Yeah, he was sitting
Yeah.
on his Delphi.
Yeah, its devil fruit was pretty strong. And to be fair, his underlings probably didn't have the best hockey to compare to like his overall devil fruit. Because as we said earlier, if you have strong enough devil fruit, it's going to overpower your opponent's hockey anyway. Just like we saw with Law versus Virgo, who had full body hockey, and Doflamingo was confidently like saying, "Oh, Law, you ain't going to stop Virgo. You see his hockey, bro?" And then he just sliced him with no colored hockey because his like invisible hockey was better, and it was with devil fruit too. So yeah.
Alright, yeah, no. So I think we all say Doflamingo then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we say Mistas for the Sanji Katakuri?
Oh, what did Mr. say for Sanji
He said-
I think he said Sanji.
Sanji, yeah.
He just said, Mr. is a Straw Hat fanboy. I respect
Yeah, I'm
it.
assuming it still goes to Strawhat fanboy. Yeah. We can spend a little time on this one. I feel like Stan Proud's Alabasta Skypea time, Crocodile versus Enel.
Wait, what?
Crocodile versus Enel, like back then, like
Oh, Stan
Alabasta
Proud in the
Skypea.
chat said Crocodile versus Enel in the Alabasta. Okay, so pre-time skip. Crocodile versus pre-time skip Enel.
Yeah.
Enel clears, and it's not close. Alright, it's not close. It's crazy, but it is Enel though.
No, it might not be though because
Bro,
Enel
look,
is
I'm
stupid too fast, bro.
gonna keep it a buck, Joe. I'm be on some nerd shit real quick. So the whole reason that Luffy beat NL was because that rubber is an insulator, right?
Mhm.
The thing you gotta realize is sand is an insulator too, so this nigga might not even take damage.
Yo, is it really?
Sand doesn't count to electricity at all?
Nope, sand is an insulator.
Oh nah, crocodile low diff then. That's
Like,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. That shit's a low diff. That
I
shit's a low
actually
diff.
didn't know that. What the
I
fuck?
thought, wait. Hold on. I thought that lightning, or specifically lightning, when it hits sand, it hardens sand. Doesn't it not? Basically, that's how, like, not mirrors exactly,
Glass
but
is made
it does
by
become
heat.
glass.
It's
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
high temperature though.
Glass, that's what it is.
It's
Glass.
it's when sand gets high
that's the
temperature and pressurized. Yeah.
Yeah, and not to be like a super nerd, but when in Skypiea, if it was really lightning, niggas would get obliterated. Niggas would literally get charred and burned to crisps. Right?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
how's not real lightning though? wait. How,
Niggas would definitely getting charred and burnt to a crisp on Skype.
I mean, like unrecoverably so. I mean, like dead on
Okay,
impact.
like realistically
Yeah, so
speaking,
I think it's more like high voltage versus high heat is what like NL is doing, and if it's the words, if NL is just voltage, then crocodile is not affected.
I mean, it's gonna have. I think lightning is gonna have a high temperature regardless. I just don't think that.
Okay, look. Oh, we're on the science shit. I'm gonna see how hot lightning is versus how hot it takes turns to glass. Hold on.
I just searched it up. I literally just searched it up, and it's apparently in imperial measurements 3,090 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's how hot lightning is.
That's how hot you have to have for sand to melt and to turn into a liquid state for it to become
Oh
glass.
shit! Hold on. Time out. Lightning is 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Normal fellows survive lightning IRL, but isn't that because it like goes through them? You know what, man?
It's because our bodies have our bodies also can conduct.
Yeah, we're like 70% water.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and then on top of that, that's the reason why. Because normally,
it would just hit you in like.
Yeah. So,
Yo, look at the scientist. The science
I was
episode.
gonna say,
Let's
this
go.
is the most in-depth conversation we've ever had on this show.
bitch.
I'm low key a fucking nerd, bro. I'm low key a nerd.
But that was a good point.
But see, this is the beauty of power scaling. This is what the nerds be doing,
Yeah, this is literally
Honestly,
but
that's fair.
this kind of nerd shit is fun. Not Goku thumped the rock.
because
and it was
niggas be
8,000
dragging it.
kids in megatons, like,
Niggas be dragging it, bro.
It depends. Sometimes there's some real science behind it because like they're trying to do real life measurements. Sometimes it can go overboard. Yeah, I agree. But like what we're doing here is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Bro, agreed.
But would we say that crocodile?
I'm high key still team crocodile.
So wait.
Oh, sorry, Mod. Go ahead.
So what did we conclude with that then?
I don't know because like we don't know how hot
I think it's
fucking those lightning bolts are. If when he hits them, is it just the volt? Like, are they getting just the voltage? Or are they getting the heat from the electricity? I don't know if I'm nitpicking.
It has to be heat. There has to be heat because niggas are charred after they get struck with the no lightning. You seen Sanji after he got hit with the
that is
volt.
true.
That nigga was
And
black.
Usopp,
and all of them when they were at the Gold City and they all stood up to NL at once. He just went one by one and charred them to a crisp. They were all had like the charred marks on them.
On some the boys kind of graphic shit. Is he melting crocodile? Is that what's happening?
See, but low key, if crocodiles like could see the lightning bolts coming, which he can, could you see the fucking thunderclap? Couldn't he just make a sand veil and then just have that shit turn to glass and he wouldn't get hit?
I don't think he's fast. I think NL clears in speed. I'm sorry, why?
I know we'll teleport to him and tap him and just obliterate him. Like he's too fast. And also Jay brings up a good point because he had observation hockey. Mantra or whatever they called it. So I don't think Crocodile stands a chance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's
and
fair.
then on top of that, all you have to do is because I know he used to name his moves in voltages, right?
Yeah.
Just look up, just literally look up how much heat
is in that voltage.
Yeah, and that's your answer if he's turning Croc into sand at that point.
Well, it would be into glass, right? Because of the heat. But
it's glass. Yeah.
Honestly, I think if this is the One Piece universe, I don't think he just turns into glass and shatters.
Agreed.
I think that it would maybe just solidify him, and he would be able to take damage more so than him actually turning into glass.
Apparently, the heat I ran across a Reddit thread just now. The heat of the 100 million volt attack that NL did is hotter than the magma of a Kainu, like scientifically.
Woo!
I
Well,
believe it.
then,
So yeah, I guess he clears it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of
Yeah, nah, no.
That's kinda crazy.
That's a no,
Unless
I ain't gonna lie.
someone wants to make an argument that NL is speaking in hyperbole and it's not really like that.
Nah.
That's too far. That's too far. I
Okay,
can't.
that's
Nah,
nitpicky. That's nitpicky as fuck.
Yeah, that's definitely they said 100%. Alright, so we all
Does
said
does
what?
this confirm that Kainu's kind of washed?
Shut up.
Oh, stop.
Hey,
I'm
you
just
know
saying,
what?
bring my nigga NL back.
Hey,
Bring my nigga NL back. Bring him back from the moon.
That's facts, though. Yo, he's coming back, bro. Actually, I don't know if he's coming back, but that moon is
Okay, but look, if NL,
I hope
NL
this
comes
dude
back,
does
bro,
not come back.
Whoa, what do you
Like,
got? Why are we hating
He'd be
NL?
broken though. He'd be broken.
NL
I don't
is
hate.
sick.
I don't.
Who's he training with up there, bro? Ain't no one
I
up
don't
there.
hate
Bro,
him.
okay. How do you know? Because fucking Vaporpunk was on the moon at one point, right? In the SBS, right?
Bro, all the niggas, the only niggas that are on the moon are those little moon people.
And how do we know the niggas aren't juiced though?
Bro, them niggas are not fucking up.
How do
NL,
we?
bro.
How do we
Alright,
know?
nah, now you're
How do we
dragging
know
it. Now
the
you're
niggas aren't just?
Nigga,
Nah,
them little
nah.
fucking motherfuckers are not dealing with lightning, bro. No,
Okay, but niggas was saying the shit about the Tontadas, and the Tontadas was folding niggas, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it,
Come
bro.
on,
I don't.
bro.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
I can't breathe, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god, yeah, I think we all agree on this one.
No, it's all,
NL.
I think we all agree. It's
Yeah,
NL,
it's NL.
That was a fun one, but we have
That
one
was
last
fun.
one, right?
We
Yeah,
have
we
one
got,
last one. Speaking about Kainu, that perfectly segments into our last matchup. Akainu versus Monkey D. Luffy.
And I think this one is like more of like a symbolic one, right? Like Admiral's Yonko type stuff.
Yes.
We kind of thought about it when we were kind of talking about it last time. I think yesterday was that Akainu represents a not a different tier, but like he is the fleet admiral, and we know he's going to be one of Luffy's opponents. So I think he's probably the strongest admiral, right?
Yes.
So yeah, what do we think right now? If Sand Process is not even close, Luffy.
Not even closest. This is why I can't with y'all, bro. Not even close. It's fucking crazy.
And not even close to Sand.
Either way, and I don't care who you got, but to say a Yonko and an Admiral is not even close is crazy, bro. I do have Luffy though, and I do have Luffy. I think Luffy's ridiculous. I think Luffy is top 5, 6 in the verse right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because we
I
haven't seen much. Like going off of right now, yeah, it makes sense to go for Luffy, but we really haven't seen much of a Kainu since the war. And I'm sure that nigga's gotten fucking way stronger.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely has. Well, maybe not like insanely strong, but either way, he's one of Luffy's final opponents. And to me, I don't know, bro.
I don't know if he's even qualified as Luffy's final opponent anymore.
I said one of. It's
think
like
thematically, he's definitely. It would make sense for him to be one of Luffy's final opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Now that we know England and Rose can fight, that changes things. But I still do think he's like at least in the top 4 opponents Luffy's gonna fight towards the end. Well, maybe not. Shanks is there. Fuck, this is so hard.
I'm about to say there's I mean, as time went on, has gone on, it just feels like Akaino's being pushed back as that dude. Like after post time skip, it would make 1000% sense to me that Akainu was like Luffy's final opponent, or like, you know, but after Emu, the Gorosei, Holy Knights, Seraphim, like
Man, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I don't care how many niggas we run into. That nigga killed my dog Ace, bro.
Talk to them, bro.
My nigga Luffy needs his spin back, bro. I don't care how many niggas this nigga finds, how many islands he runs into. He finds the One Piece. That nigga needs his spin back, bro. He needs his spin back, bro.
He can have that without it being his final opponent, though.
No,
I said one of.
Yeah, we said one of. We're not saying the exact final opponent and then the story's done. But like endgame, whatever the endgame is.
I think Emu might be the final opponent, but I think at least Akainu is like one of the hills that Luffy has to climb. Dude, he's like the fucking pinnacle of the Marines. You know what I mean? I feel like
he don't have to climb. It's not a hill. He has to
climb, but you know what I fucking mean, bro. He's like at least like one of the last 3 or 4 big opponents Luffy has to fight, in my opinion, is Akainu. And I feel like, I mean, I don't know where Oda's gonna go from Egghead, so I don't even know how much we have left until a conversation with the Marines, but
Right.
I just feel like Akainu is really strong. I really don't. I find it hard to believe any Yonko could go like better than like high diff. Like, I think all the Yonkos probably beat him, but high diff is like they're the best it's gonna get.
So I'm with Stan Proud with Sabo.
No, I completely disagree. I'm so sorry.
like that's the like I ain't gonna hold you. I do think Luffy scuffles with Akainu, definitely fights him to some degree, but the person that's like, you know, gonna really fight him like a true 1v1 all the way to the end is definitely Sabo.
Wait, so if I you know what, I don't even necessarily disagree with that scenario. I think it would make sense, Sabo inheriting Ace Fruit to take on Akainu. I don't even necessarily disagree with that. But if you're saying that, let's say there's a scenario in Endgame where Luffy runs into Akainu, they scrap, and then Sabo pulls up like, I'll take it over from here, go save the world or whatever bullshit is gonna happen. Are you telling me in that scenario that you would not consider that a fight between Akainu and Luffy if they don't finish it?
If they don't finish it, that's fine with me. You know, I'm not saying they will never ever meet in a fight. So I definitely think that will happen, but I just don't think that we're going to see like a full-fledged 1v1 that Luffy has to like beat Akainu until he's KO'd to move on. I just don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Sabo will have that fight with Akainu where, you know, they fight until someone's KO'd or dies or whatever.
The thing about Sabo is he has the double fruit, but that's literally the only thing connecting him to Akainu. Like, I know he killed Ace and Sabo's Ace's brother as well, but Sabo wasn't even really there. He found out second-handedly.
Yeah, but that was always Sabo's regret, right? Like, Sabo said that, you know, it haunts him that he was never able to be there to protect his brothers while he had amnesia, and that has to be traumatic. Like, that has to be addressed somehow.
And I think there's even more to that is when Sabo talks about, like, when he talks to what's his name, that motherfucker on Blackbeard's crew, Jesus Burgess, like on how like Ace here is not going to forgive you or something like that. Like, there's a lot that's like Sabo taking on his personality and getting cheese and stuff like that, and getting mad. But I think there is a connection there. But funny enough, this actually like should be a whole different break episode on like who the final fights are in terms of like Marines, World Government, Blackbeard Pirates. Anyway, my point is though is that Luffy Akainu is like the pinnacle of Pirates versus Marines, so I think that has to happen. It's funny how we got
really like that.
We got so and I feel like also World Government and Revolutionary Armies is another thing. So I don't think like they say, like the Revolutionary Armies, their true opponent is the World Government. I think that's where the Holy Knights and the Gross they come in, by the way. So that's what I'll say about who's gonna fight who.
I could see thematically where people talking about Sabo fighting Akainu because like it's just freedom versus oppression, but like that's kind of it. I don't see.
But who's the true oppressor? It's the World Government.
Yeah, so
they say it themselves. It's the Celestial Dragons that's the real enemy.
Yeah, but Sabo's always fighting Admiral.
That's true. That is true.
Sabo be getting into some trouble. Like, I ain't gonna count. Sabo will be scrapping,
And I don't see Dragon chewing them out like, nigga, we're only supposed to be fighting the Celestials. Why are you fighting Admiral? Like, he ain't doing that to him. So, like, I don't think Dragon has a problem with him fighting.
Okay, to be fair, we got really off topic. And like I said, that's an episode that we have to talk about probably soon, because I know Stan Proud and Enigma want to talk about final matchups. But back to Luffy versus Akainu, though. What are we thinking?
On pure taking everything else out the equation, on pure just fighting and power and shit, I think, damn, it's hard, man.
It is, bro.
Because like we really haven't seen much post time skip from Akainu, man. I mean, we know about, I think the biggest feat, the last big feat we know is that how he magmatized half of Punk Hazard, right?
Yeah.
Are we assuming, we're assuming that
going off that logic too, we haven't really seen shit from Aokiji since then either, and that we've never really seen truly how strong they are, you know?
Yeah.
Because when Akainu fought in the war, didn't he have to hold back a little bit because he was gonna kill Marines too?
I didn't give a fuck.
Akino was about to kill Kobe.
He was killing Marines for running away.
Yeah, no, he was killing them niggas.
Like,
he didn't give a fuck.
Even, I don't know, man, because like I don't think we've seen Akainu go all out. so I can't really say.
I do think the strength that he showed at Marineford is gonna pale in comparison because he has to fight someone who's at the end like this Yonko tier that's like Luffy or whoever it might be.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I don't think that strength is gonna be the strongest he's gonna show.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, I think I'm still like, damn, it's so hard, man. Is Luffy the strong? Luffy's not the strongest he's gonna be, right? Luffy's still gonna get stronger from this point to the end of the series. Do we disagree? Maybe not. Maybe
I don't think by a
slightly,
lot.
but-
Yeah, I don't think it's by a lot. Yeah.
I was gonna say that maybe slightly, but I think Luffy is almost at his peak.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Luffy, there's another tier of power.
Gear six.
No, I think actually potentially.
I think gears are done, but I think low-key he might get some new hockey feet.
Yeah. Because I don't think we've seen everything that Hockey has to offer in the series. I think we would get a bigger exploration into Shanks and his crew and how they fight. I think we will see new potential tiers of Hockey that we haven't seen in the series. Also, Emu, Holy Knights, Gorosei. We could see another tier of power.
Yeah, I might disagree on the hockey one, just because like when they show us the pinnacle of fighting, when we saw Roger versus Whitebeard, what they showed was the advanced conquerors, right? Maybe Luffy in the end will be stronger than them. He probably will. But I find out it's a bit hard. Man, it's such a fucking off topic. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Here's the thing with that.
I just don't know.
Yes, that is definitely one of the highest tier hockey feats in the entire series, but we went 3 days. They fought for 3 days without us, and we didn't see anything past that point. That was their introduction to each other, mind you. I don't think they used their strongest attack in their entire arsenal when they did that clash. And they did that clash, and they were just laughing, and then they were like, "Give me all your treasure," and then that's when they all fought each other for 3 days. And we never saw anything as a result of that. That leaves enough reasonable doubt that leaves enough doubt that there is more tiers to hockey that we haven't seen, especially after the Kaido statement that you told Luffy that he hasn't reached the pinnacle of power, basically, because Roger conquered the seas with hockey, which implies that there's something else out there. And it would make sense if he has Shanks in his top 5. So I feel like, and like I said, we also saw, Wi-Fi hockey. We never saw that from Roger or Whitebeard. So, we're gonna get some more hockey feats. I feel like, I didn't
really think about that.
Yeah, I think we're definitely Conqueror's hockey. Because Advanced Conqueror's hockey, I think, is still new. And every time someone busts out Advanced Conqueror's hockey, we left shocked. Like, look at Garp. Like, we never Garp, Shanks. Next we got Emu, potentially Mihawk, whoever else. Like, it's just you always see something different with Advanced Conqueror's hockey. So I think we're not there yet, but we're getting close. So. Right now, though, I got Luffy over him because I got to think about right now in the story. And Akainu fought Aokiji for 10 days, and Akainu won after a 10-day fight. If you fight for someone for 10 days in a row, you're not decisively beating them. So
that's fair.
Aokiji, so Aokiji's pretty close to Akainu until further notice. So until further notice, I got Luffy over him.
I think we all have Luffy, to be honest. But I think it's definitely worth noting.
I'm just struggling for me to say that, like, Luffy is definitively stronger than... Because I don't know. That's my point. Is that, like, when will he get... I just want to see how... Like, when Luffy will get the power-ups that he's going to get to the end, when he beats Emu, when he's the strongest pirate in the world. But I don't even fucking know, man. I really do think he might not be... Man, fuck, bro. I don't know. I'm not a bitch though, so I'm going Luffy.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's what I like to hear.
I'm going my MC, bro.
My MC indeed.
Go.
Damn proud. I ain't gonna lie. That's a long ass paragraph. I'm not reading all that. I'm happy for you. I'm sorry for you. Whichever one fits, man.
I'll read it. He said,
"I did, yeah."
Here's my final take. I think currently Shanks, Roger, and I think currently Shanks and Roger are not going to explain narratively why, and it's going to be revealed soon. Oda will want to give us living benchmark to show us that Luffy has surpassed Roger to become the greatest of all time. When Luffy surpasses Shanks, there will be no debate that he has surpassed Roger.
But you think Shanks is like power level equal to Roger right now?
Yeah, I don't get that comparison. I mean, he said
I mean,
narratively.
I get the thematic. I can get the thematics.
Yeah, no, he did say narratively though. So
I think the narrative thing is Shanks is today's goal, Roger.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it means that he's equal to Roger in the same.
I agree.
Yeah. But I've seen that argument. I
also don't think this is. I don't think this is actually that crazy of a hot take. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I see where it's coming from.
Yeah, no, because I see the thought process. I do see the thought process. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I see it.
Yeah.
Damn, is that it?
I think we ran out of hot takes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Kind of ran through them. It was pretty lit though. It was pretty lit.
That was a fire idea, Mod. You were.
All right, I got another quick one then if y'all want.
Sure.
Legit quick.
Real quick. Run it.
Who's the one in between the weakling trio? Usopp, Nami, or Chopper?
Like in a free for all?
Yeah. They all gotta fight.
Nami.
Yeah, Nami. Zeus is kind of a problem. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot she has Zeus. Yeah, it is Nami.
Yeah, Zeus is a problem. I'm going Nami.
Problem. I can't count.
Monster Point is these, but I think it's tough. I think it's between Monster Point and Zeus. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Zeus clears.
Yeah.
Zeus is literally a big mom weapon, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting like axed from this fight. I still think that Usopp is definitely the weakest character.
Usopp's not a contender.
He'll fast.
Nah, he's definitely getting knocked out frame one in his Nami Chopper running the ones easily.
Alright, that's all I wanted.
That was a good one too.
That was a good one. Alrighty guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. This is really fun actually. I enjoyed this one. This was fun.
Yo.
Gotta do this more.
That was my fun.
Big shout outs to everybody in Twitch chat. We appreciate all you guys. Stand proud, Jace. Everybody else that was in Twitch chat, we appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this on YouTube, Spotify podcast, Apple Podcast, Podbean. We appreciate y'all. We would appreciate you more. Popped in Twitch chat next week. You feel me? Come out here, be live with us. You feel me? But we do appreciate you regardless. We do.
Gang.
We do. You feel me? Make sure you guys follow all these Strawhat socials at Strawhat Sitdown on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, just at Strawhat Sitdown, and you will find us. All right, we got some new TikToks on the way. Instagram is popping. The Twitter is tweeting.
Clip dropped just an hour ago. You know I had that scheduled.
Yo,
you know
why has the fucking go? Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely tap into the shorts, man. It's fun to make. It's fun to have little clips of us going crazy.
It's where it's
so
at.
Tap in.
We got a couple clips we can pull out of this episode.
Nah, for
Definitely.
real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, make sure you guys show love to all of the socials. We on all the platforms. We are on break for the final week next week. We only got one more week, guys. One more. We out of here.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys follow the socials. Go ahead.
Did it go fast for anyone else?
Hell no.
Oh, you guys were in hell?
Counting the days. What the fuck? I know, but I will say that the podcast definitely helps a lot. I can't lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the combination of the podcast, plus on top of that, a lot of stuff been happening in real life, so I haven't even been noticing the time difference.
I feel it. Tournaments, Street Fighter 6 and all that stuff.
Yeah, Fantastic. Every minute felt like a year. True One Piece fan.
I feel it.
Nigga struggling.
We do got one more week, but the Strawhat Sitdown crew will be back next Sunday to give you guys some more break week content. Feel me? We're gonna get y'all through this last week. We're gonna get through it together. We're gonna welcome Oda back in 2 weeks with a banger chapter. Hopefully. I'm gonna say hopefully. It's Oda. It's gonna be a banger. Like what?
He hasn't missed in like a year and a half, bro.
He's coming back with some heat easily. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Follow the socials so you can stay up to date with us. That's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as we enjoyed doing it for you guys. Until next time, guys, take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat sit down? We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Straw hat sit down crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat sit down? We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat sit down? We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one?